Good evening. Just because a love letter is written, does that love letter have to be accepted? John Landis has written a love letter to vampire, gangster, noir cinema. Will we accept it? Find out. A French Vampire in America, aka Innocent Blood. Producer Scott, push the button.
IBS got you down?
Hi there.
Questions to ponder during the discussions of Innocent Blood. And we have some blood of our own.
We do.
To drink.
We do.
Somebody has their blood in the birthday cup.
That's right.
Try not to spill it. My cup overfloweth with blood and friendship.
That's right.
That
in
is
that
to
in that
the
order.
brim.
In that order. Yeah. Happy birthday, Caleb.
It is Caleb's birthday episode. Yay for Caleb. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Before
everything,
ado much of that, should we cheers?
we have to say thanks to everyone. We have to say happy birthday to Caleb.
Happy birthday to Caleb.
For a surprise bumper that he also picked out. Not yet?
Not yet, though.
Okay.
You're gonna see it later.
Oh, is it a
after
later
the
surprise?
Cheers.
Oh. I thought it was in place. Oh, we're doing cheers now. Never mind.
We're gonna where everybody knows your name.
Forget it. I'm out of
He's already deep into the
He's gone.
into the Bloody Mary.
He's
All right,
gone.
here you go, guys.
Absolutely not drinking any more of that.
Oh, you drank already?
I had
Oh.
a sip of it, and I was like, no.
I thought we were doing that together.
So tasty.
Well, okay, I'll do it again, and I don't wanna.
So
You just said no.
I did say no. This is a pickle-forward Bloody Mary mix.
yes, it was a
That you brought us.
Grillo's pickles.
Yeah, a trusted name in pickle.
Absolutely. They have a fine pickle. I myself am not a fan of Bloody Marys to begin with. I do not care.
You yourself also have a fine pickle.
There you go.
When I make Bloody Marys for myself, I make them so very specifically.
Okay.
So, like, any run-of-the-mill one probably is not gonna work for me.
Sandra's in it for the salad.
I'm in it for the salad.
Okay. So good pickles, but they also make a pre-done Mary mix. Caleb and I use some near vodka in ours.
Yep.
Oh, same. Mine's not vodka even in the least.
But, all right. It smells horrific, I'm going to be honest. But
I can't, and I won't. This is America, and I have choices.
It needs more ice.
no. No, thank you. Okay, well, we tried.
It's not bad, though.
We tried.
We love to have a good pickle time around here, and that was a bad pickle time.
We do like our pickles, but
Not
yes.
gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Anyway,
You know what's wrong with that? It's actually too watery. Like
Yes, it's not like thick and like
It's not cold enough.
it's got a lot of problems.
that's
and it tastes like tomato juice.
Oh, that's
bad.
fine. That's not.
That's a
bad at all.
problem. Look in the chat. We've got all kinds of fun
I know.
people.
Hi, friends.
Wow.
I feel so special.
Popping out of the woodwork.
Everyone's
They're
coming.
probably here for Laura's birthday, which was last week.
That was last week.
Happy birthday, Laura.
There's like so many birthdays right now.
I know. All those Pisces out
Laura's was the 19th.
Aquarius and Pisces.
Yeah.
Pisces. Piscean folk.
We switched
Fish.
over. We switched over, right? To the
Oh yeah,
Pisces.
we're in the fish.
We're in the fish now.
We're in the fish of it. So I was sick last week. And like a cold, and it sucks, and you're like laid up for several days. And it was, I was super, super tired, and it was like hard to concentrate and watch things. But over the course of those days, I managed to watch things. And I was very excited because I've been looking forward to this, and I got to watch the America's Next Top Model documentary. And because in my mind, I'm like, well, with my schedule and everything, I'm like, I'm not going to watch it until like freaking 9 months from now and nobody cares anymore and everyone's on to the new thing. But
Okay.
I actually got to watch the thing. That's the current thing.
Congratulations.
And I did it. And I thought it was a very, very entertaining documentary. And some people gave some very non-apology apologies.
Okay.
Let's just say that. Spill the tea. Spill that tea.
I don't know anything about.
What?
America's Next
Speak
Top
up,
Model
Russ. Hard to hear
documentary.
folk over here.
You're familiar that there was a show called America's Next Top Model?
Yes, I've heard of that. Yes.
It was very controversial
Okay.
about the way things were done, things were handled, and people were treated.
Aha.
And it's kind of like a lot of people who were involved in the show is like, hey, so guess what? How this absolutely sucked and was awful. And it's like, you just want to grab your popcorn and be like, and take it all in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I got to watch that.
Cool. Anything else?
No,
Nope.
that was it. Kept pried my little eyelids open so I could watch
Just
that.
Was that just a single?
It's like 3 parts.
3 parts. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's see. Speaking of controversial, Scream 7 now playing in theaters near you.
Did you guys see it?
We did.
We did. Liked it.
Huh?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It actually wasn't bad. Yeah.
Wow, I think that means we'll hate it, right?
Yeah, right. What does that mean? That's not a general, but like when it comes to the Scream franchise, I am now concerned
Oh, okay.
for my life. Hey, producer Scott, could you top off my Coke product? Thank you so much. Here, it's all, I don't want you to have to. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you.
That felt like a subject change. Let's see. There was a movie that came out last year that really went under the radar that I watched, and then I told Neil to watch. It's called Splitsville, that I really, really, really liked, that I thought was a lot of fun. It's about breakups, I guess.
Fiction, nonfiction?
Fiction, very fiction. Lots and lots and lots of fiction. Comedy. Yeah. I was
that?
dying laughing. Lots of fun stuff. Jesus, why I don't even know why I'm talking right now. There's
What is
just, like,
happening?
so fucking much
All
going
of that
on
to
right
get
now.
your notes?
Neil, I pass the ball of energy to you. I am done.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to get my bag.
Rude.
No.
Hurtful
I
birthday
mean, I would have
episode.
rather you have just stood up and gone and got it. But there you go.
I'm sorry.
I listened, Caleb. I cared. I heard all about Splitsville.
I just didn't have my paper, so I thought since he was standing there, I would get my paper. Let's see. A film called Dolly. Have you heard of this one yet?
I'm so excited for that. I think I sent you the trailer a long time ago, and I
Okay.
said, spoiler alert, I'm the killer. Because
Gotcha, that
there's
was
a
the one.
doll mask involved.
Gotcha.
Tell me about your experience with Dolly.
Yeah, it was pretty good overall. Yeah, I think it's a fun film. I think people are gonna like it. It's another one of them IFC flicks.
Okay.
I think you'll probably like it a lot. Yes. So I think you'll be there for it. But one of those, one of those little teeny films,
I love those.
you know. So I finished the original Dexter
And you liked it?
series. So I like the series in whole. I'm not happy with how they ended it.
Yeah,
you know,
the ending sucks.
But it's just kind of like.
But there's more.
Yeah, we started the other one. It's not as good, of course. So, you know what I mean? It's like kind of lags. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. But I finished it. I did it.
Yeah, you did it.
Took a
You
while, but I did it. Started the Chain Reactions. You know that one?
Nope.
Anyone know that one? The Chain Reactions
Sounds made up.
documentary.
Sounds fake.
It's a Texas Chainsaw
Yeah.
documentary. It's
Is
on
it good?
Shudder.
Is it good?
Yeah, I think it's I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours. I can't remember exactly, but I'm probably about halfway through.
Okay.
But it's taking different filmmakers and then their experience with the movie, basically.
It's one of our
So,
favorites around
But
here.
it is, yeah. So I think it's pretty cool. And then I just needed to call attention that we lost someone close to the cult show recently. That, of course, being Bud Court, passed away.
I was like, we did. Who died? I'm looking around. Who's not here?
So,
Bud Court, yes.
Yes.
Harold and Maude.
the mod and the voice, of course,
Edgar.
of Edgar.
Of course, of Edgar.
Electric Dreams, come on.
I electric
So-
dreams.
Anyway, Caleb and I were lamenting about Bud multiple times over the past couple weeks or whatever. So,
Those are my two Bud references, those two films.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much what I've got.
I was reminded, in fact, by Caleb that he was in Heat, which I had completely overlooked my entire life.
I'm not allowed to watch that movie.
So, we were waiting to watch it until we knew that Bud was in it.
Where is
So-
Bud?
So there we go. Otherwise, I just got to do the usual housekeeping. Want to mention, of course, cult film series in Santa Rosa. March, we're doing Catherine O'Hara, a full month devoted to Catherine. So March 5th is Best in Show and A Mighty Wind, and then the 19th is Beetlejuice and Waiting for Guffman.
So good.
Yeah. So if
How do
you're
you choose
in,
amongst the stars in the sky with her canon?
I went with the ones that you think are
get.
gonna the ones you can get, and ones you thought, well, people would know. And then she had the biggest roles in it, to be quite honest,
Oh my gosh.
because
so
she had
funny.
lots of supporting roles, obviously,
So good.
but really good, yeah. And it's funny because we finished watching also Schitt's Creek, and we watched basically the last half of the season after she had died, so we were kind of like just, like
Aw.
anyway. And then CULTSHOW Radio still on Thursdays, krjf.org, kwtf.net.
Oh yeah, Robert Carradine. Someone's pointing out too.
Yes.
Which to me, he is Lizzie McGuire's dad. So, which is very sad. And I thought that all of his loved ones said such nice, kind things about him recently, which is always so nice to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did see a lot of celeb folk coming out saying nice things that were hanging out with him
Yeah.
as well. Other than that,
And I think I saw another birthday go by too. But
Skookum on Sunday or next Sunday?
another birthday.
This Sunday. This
birthday
Sunday
season.
is Skookum's birthday.
oh,
Day after mine.
They're popping up all over.
so March 1.
March 1.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Mr. Skookum.
Isn't that what Frosty the Snowman says all the time? Happy birthday! In that annoying cartoon. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
I know the cartoon, but you mean the claymation one?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's annoying.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't even know if it's clay.
No. What is it then?
Nightmares.
Oh,
It's
all
just
right.
made of pure nightmare fuel
That's-
powdered together
That's possible.
in a Christmas package.
I don't remember that. Okay.
Somebody does out there. Somebody knows
I'm
what
sure.
the
It's
F I'm talking about.
probably. It's just some millennial thing or no?
Yeah, it's just like Wishbone.
Right.
You had to bring up Wishbone again, didn't you? Shall we bump it?
Is it time? I don't know. Is it time now?
Breakfast! I'm hungry! Take it from Carinkles. That's me. The best breakfast under the big top is post-sugar rice Carinkles.
All right.
Thank you to our sponsor and our spokesperson,
Crinkles.
Crinkles. I am not happy that Crinkles was here. And filming that with him in the studio was a day of pure hell.
The good old days when they used to put the word sugar in your cereal
Sugar.
titles.
Yeah,
in the name
sugar
of the-
bomb, sugar explosion.
sugar
Sugar
puffs,
coma.
sugar this,
Sugar laceration.
honey sugar O's, honey crack,
Sugar
cocaine
cavity.
sugar.
Sugar crack corn, cocaine, honey sugar. Everybody's favorite cereal.
Anything to get the kids up in the morning. Like Army Beef, John Wayne Gacy. Yeah. For
I
Crinkles.
mean,
Not true.
I'm not sure it wasn't John Wayne Gacy. Marie. Marie is a vampire in 1992.
Marie is a vampire.
She has a thirst for the evildoers. She does the bad guys. When she fails to properly dispose of one of her victims, a violent mob boss, she bites off more than she can chew and faces new immortal danger. I did not write that. I kind of embellished part of it, I guess. This was directed by John Landis and written by Michael Wolk. Caleb's birthday pick.
Yes.
Can you say that with just a little more? Bump that up about 20%, maybe.
Pick.
No, the whole thing. I need a little more
Caleb's
from you.
birthday.
Caleb's birthday pick.
Yeah, this is and I kind of warned you when I told you. I said, don't get excited. Don't
You
get
did say
excited.
that, which was, really like
Yeah,
helped.
just could be fun to talk about though. Yeah, this is just one of those weird movies that doesn't really know what it wants to be.
it alleges it's a horror comedy.
And yeah, but that doesn't make it one. I do kind of like anytime Marie's on screen. I think she's kind of adorable. Like her smile lights up a room, like one of those kind of things.
Oh, they say it about people on murder documentaries, so you got to be careful who you say.
I'm
lights up
okay
a
with
room.
that. Like I would love to be murdered by Murray.
That's not quite what I
Okay.
mean, but okay.
Yeah. But other than I really don't know what this movie was trying to do. So in my opening, I did say that this was like a love letter to Hollywood or to like movies of old because there are a bunch of cameos in it. He called in some favors and, got some friends and some old people to come in and do some things. But yeah, it kind of comes across as like a weird sort of mishmash of I don't know what you want to call it. a
Don't
puzzle,
call it late for dinner.
a puzzle that's missing a few pieces.
Perhaps. Yeah, first of all, I'm burping up tomato juice pickle.
Oh no, we killed him.
So that's bad enough. But
And I will say I love the credit song.
yes, right, the end credit song.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
So, okay, for me, no, I saw this movie when it came out in the movie theater the one time.
You
Same.
did?
Yes,
Oh, absolutely.
back then. And then and not again until just 2 days ago. So, that being said, I probably liked it more now than I did back then. I bet. I remember being underwhelmed and obviously never went back to it. So clearly,
Right.
I did not remember anything about the film except the Don Rickles part. You know what I mean?
Hard to
That's-
forget.
That's the one thing I remember, but I
Wow,
didn't remember
okay.
anything else.
All right.
And the movie's lacking an interesting script. You know what I mean? Really,
It's a really good way to put it, Neil.
but I do at the same time appreciate all the callbacks to the more classic films. All these characters are watching old horror films, mainly some sci-fi type stuff in there as well. Like you said, the cameos were really fun to go through and pick out, different people he had coming into it. So overall, I am going to go with I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to watch it again, but I didn't dislike it as much as I thought I would.
Yeah. I had watched this like 2 months ago, maybe. Which is why I kind of picked it again because I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't complete garbage. As I have maybe mentioned, probably just once in the past 2 or 3 months, I've been watching a lot of romance. Probably just once, yeah. So this is no Cowboy Christmas, but
They can't all be.
yeah, exactly what is. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right, go ahead, Sandra. Hit me with your best shot.
I mean, it's nothing personal, Caleb. You know I love you more than
I could
I
care
love
less.
life itself. I think this movie committed the most cardinal of sins in that it was boring. It was really boring. Incredibly boring.
Okay.
There was, of course, obviously some little sparks of something there and some fun. Terrible script. Terrible script. They underutilized a really good cast. They could have done so much more with Marie's character. So much more. Yeah, well, I found it was like, yeah, it's cool people. I'm excited to see all these people as I see the names come up and all that. And it's like, no.
Yeah. I forgot why Anthony LaPaglia. LaPaglia?
I believe it's LaPaglia.
Oh, I like LaPaglia.
Maybe, well, I just think it's a lot of G's.
It's a lot of G's. But I'm gonna say anyway. Whatever however you pronounce it. I just kind of always like what happened to him, and I was like, oh, that's right, because he's probably not the greatest actor in the world.
He did like a lot of TV.
But-
He did a lot of stuff I've
is that he
weirdly
did?
seen
Like,
in my life.
Cameoed in like all the cop procedurals and
Probably. I'll tell you what old Tony's been up to. When my friend IMDb here.
I mean, I remember him in a lot of films of that era. You know, little small
Okay.
films, but I just don't,
He was on the television program Without a Trace. Empire Records is one of the things I always think of.
Oh
with
yeah,
him.
he's the store owner. Yeah.
And he was in So I Married an Axe Murderer. He was in. No, I can't think of anything. I'm trying to like pull it up here. You know, it's Anthony LaPaglia.
not LaPaglia, LaPaglia.
Italians and their G's.
What am
Double G's.
What am I thinking of where he played a priest?
He probably did in something. Who knows?
When did he? Am I making that up? Does anybody know? Anybody know?
It's like you're making up the pronunciation of the last name.
I could be making up all these things.
Anyway,
You were bored. You weren't paying attention.
that's right.
Yeah,
he was on Frasier. He played Daphne's British brother.
British.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like he did an
He
accent
did an
and
accent,
everything.
yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
he can't be that bad of an actor.
okay. There you go.
Yeah, there's the.
I didn't know.
It's the Paul. It's the Paul. It's
All
the
right.
Paul. Yeah. Come on.
Well, take us into it, Sandra. Start us with your patented
Sure.
Sandra.
She
Move
has a really cool apartment.
Okay.
So we meet our vampire friend Marie. She is French. She's living in the city, and she's kind of telling us like, "This is my story," and she has like some rules that she lives her life by, a code of Harry, if you will. So now you know what that means because you've watched that program.
Yes.
She only eats the evildoer. That's kind of her big thing. She doesn't like play with her food. You need to finish the meal. Some things that will become evident. Then we have mobsters. They talk a lot, and it gets interesting when the toaster oven hits the man. Is like kind of that was a big part for me.
Okay.
But so I'm guessing up until he got hit, you were just bored.
I was waiting for something to happen. I really was.
You would
sorry.
hate Goodfellas then.
No, I like Goodfellas. I've seen that. I'm okay with slow things. I love slow burns, actually.
This one didn't capture
This
you.
one didn't do it. So it's got a lot of buttons. You push it. You do that. You do that. You put a calzone in. It comes out crisp. Didn't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
No.
It was a great description of what a toaster oven does. He could have sold 1 million on QVC. So we meet the mob boss, Sal. Not a nice man.
Not the nicest, no.
Anthony LaPaglia's character works for him. It's kind of a lower level errand boy.
He steals things.
Steals things.
Yes.
And his friend is there. They're friends. They killed the guy. And Anthony LaPaglia didn't like that.
Right.
Didn't like that one bit.
So LaPaglia's friend, of course, is Chaz Parliamentary,
Mhm.
the playwright, the actor,
Another great face and somebody
Yes.
that I often like and things. Again, these great people. What the heck?
Yeah. You find out basically pretty quickly that what's his face? Anthony. What's Anthony's name? Joey or Joe or
Joe.
Yeah, Joe. I got Joey. But anyway, okay. Joey. That he is an undercover cop living amongst them.
Yeah, and Angela Bassett, again, who's awesome, all these people who are awesome, is his boss, and she's like, I've got to pull you out. Like, you've gone too far. And he's like, don't you dare pull me out. This is my life.
Right. But okay, so we get that Sal is the boss of this family, essentially.
Yeah.
There are a couple other families as well that they are often headbutting with, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Joey, Anthony LaPaglia, doesn't like the killing because he's a cop. Chaz Palminteri's kind of a good guy, but he's still a wise guy. But he ends up meeting that night Marie. She's, as she says, she's feeling like Italian. So,
there's nice school of vampires out there that eats the evildoer.
right. So she gets Chaz.
Yeah.
Takes him out for a nice ride.
And I do appreciate that she wants to live by a code. I do appreciate that she gets rid of like a pretty dumb, stupid guy. Like, it's, kind of like good for her sort of energy.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh, and I also like that she's the type of vampire that will really rip a throat open. There was some very nice effects within this film.
Yeah.
Not enough sucking, though. Like, yeah, she's ripping it open, but it seems like, where does all the blood go?
Yeah, you don't really see her drinking it. It's more of a, she tears it open. They tear it open, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, these vampires are not very vampire-y. If you think
Right.
about it, they don't have fangs.
Yep.
I have a whole list. We'll get to it at the end.
Oh,
I'll run through the whole thing. Oh, good.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Oh, good.
But that would be one of them. No fangs.
Okay.
No fangs.
Yeah.
Eyes, though.
Glowy eyes. And they growl.
They kind of talk in these funny little voices sometimes, especially her. She goes like, and
Yeah.
I don't know how I felt about that.
But she sounds like a cougar when she's ready to
It's very
strike, basically.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
like big cat.
Yes, very
Yes.
big cat-esque,
Yes.
for sure. So she takes Chaz, basically
Eats
bites him, eats him, whatever. I'm assuming
Right.
she eats his blood, sucks the blood, but yeah, they don't exactly sit there and show her on him for a long time, but
The feet.
They don't show it, but later on,
Later, yes.
he says he's missing however many pints or
Yep.
whatever. Yeah.
yeah. So she gets the shotgun and blows his head off,
Yes.
basically,
You sever the central nervous system. Like, you got to do something.
Right.
Right. And that does two things: hides the bite marks, and then keeps him from coming back.
But
as
we
a
don't know
vamp.
that yet. We don't know that yet. We're like, maybe that's just her way at this point in the film. We don't know. She's telling us all these little rules.
Right.
Then there's Don Rickles. No, you heard me right. Don Rickles. At some point, my phone just started autocorrecting that to Don Ricketts. And I thought it was funny, so I kept
I'm
it.
going to leave it. Okay.
He's the lawyer,
He is Manny, right?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Saul's gone. We, as an audience, realize that Anthony LaPaglia's character, Joe, is an undercover agent. He does have some affection for some of the people in the family. So now we know Sal's body was missing blood. So this is all looking very strange to all the people who are investigating it. This is when
Absolutely.
Angela B tries to pull him off the case. Luis Guzman is there. Funny man, Luis Guzman.
Mm-hmm.
Very young. He's like a little child. In
He
this
was. He was
Yeah,
looking
this is-
fairly svelte.
35 years ago. So, yeah,
one. Little guy.
lot can happen.
Yeah. I was looking pretty young, too. Way back when.
So-
Thomas Savini makes a little.
Yes, twice we
Yeah.
get two Toms.
We do get Tom, but we
which
get
I
one
love a little Tom.
little Tom. He just drives away in this one, but he comes back later with an actual.
And then like also like does some sort of exposition and like then drives away.
Yeah. So that was probably, is he the first sighting we have of a
He is the first
Celebrity?
cameo,
I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe this is a good time to mention that the director, maybe you've heard of him, Landis.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of things. I had no idea he ever did this film. I had seen like the iconic VHS cover of this film, and I always thought it was a cool cover. That's why it was kind of one of those things when I was like, oh, I kind of like want to watch that because that's like I can put that to bed in my mind. I don't know how I feel about that anymore, but John Landis, most people know him for what? The Blues Brothers, the Twilight Zone movie,
American Werewolf, probably.
American Werewolf, the
Three Amigos.
Three Amigos,
Coming to America.
different things with Michael Jackson. You don't hear about this one as much.
No, not as
Doesn't
much.
come up in conversation. But yeah, I had no idea that he was attached to this until I watched it.
John Landis was the director of my childhood.
I think
A lot
that's
of
probably
it.
a succinct
You know
way to
what I
put
mean?
it. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of those movies are huge parts of my childhood for sure. So, not including George Romero, but I mean, you know.
Right. And this movie has little parts that are very John Landis. Like you can just tell that they're him.
There is, as you mentioned, parts where they're watching Christopher Lee and Bela Lugosi and stuff on the television, and I found myself staring longingly into those frames, and I said, I wish I was watching those too, with these lovely people, but I wasn't.
Yeah. Do you have any parts of movies that stand out to you that were like
Thus far? In
particularly
this one?
particularly Landis-y?
Oh, I
You-
mean,
like you
the car
mentioned?
crash scenes,
Okay.
when Sal wakes up in the morgue and like they're kind of chasing him across the, you
Yes.
know, in front of the press conference. I felt that was
Gotcha.
super, you know, like a lot of the comedy,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of stuff.
Got it.
Yeah.
Definitely can tell, yeah.
Yeah.
Interacting there.
Everybody having a little moment at the end where it shows their name.
Yeah.
That felt very like, I also didn't know we were going to do
Yeah.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
And there
again,
was also a See You Next Wednesday on a marquee at one point.
Oh,
too.
was there?
Yeah.
I must
yeah.
have missed that one.
Across the
Bummer.
street. On the opposite side of the street from the strip club.
Oh, okay.
It was-
I usually
yeah.
pay attention to that kind of
Yeah.
stuff too.
So, and that's a
Very John Landis thing. Yeah. If you
didn't
keep
see
looking,
that.
all his movies, there's always a See You
I
Next
didn't
Wednesday.
see that either in there.
Yeah. Marie runs into Sal,
Yeah.
the boss, and basically says, "You dress like a pimp and talk like a goon." And he's like,
He's like, you know
"What
what?
the? No one
I-
talks to me that way."
Right. I kind of want to kill you. But no, let's also like go on a date, basically.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, this is perfect because she can, you know, she knows that this is a really bad guy.
Right.
So she's like, this is good. I'll get my meal. I'll take a bad person out. Shebang, shabop, shaboom.
And she's doing little voiceovers throughout this too. Should be pointed out.
Yes, she does.
So
Yep.
And there's when they get back to his home, and he has like this, I don't know, it's like a rec room, bedroom, bar situation, and he's got some takeout that he's brought for them, and
He's very suave.
at this point in the
At this-
movie,
at
I
the-
actually
at this moment,
I was actually like, yeah, like I'm picking up like, you know, what his character was doing. He's a very good actor, and even with this script, he was still like, you know, showing like his schmooze Italian mob boss persona. And I was like, okay, like things were kind of cooking a little bit. Then he pulled out the muscles, and I was very confused, and I told Scott, I'm like, are vampires allergic to mollusks? I do not understand. Is the mollusk a problem? And he's like, I don't know why she didn't just say, I'm allergic to garlic. She finally gets it out that it's the garlic.
Yep.
But I'm like, you should have just said, like, I'm deathly allergic to garlic. I don't understand why she didn't. But that could be, I could say that about so many things. But
She had a lot of trouble communicating with that garlic in her face, I think.
it's paralyzed with fear
Exactly.
with that
Yeah.
garlic.
But anyway, he of course eventually becomes more aggressive.
Very.
She runs to the bathroom and he barges in basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of weird.
It's kind of rude.
And then he gets really creepy. And
Yeah.
it's like, ugh.
He turns quick.
Yeah. And he's just not a nice man.
But it's okay because Marie decides.
She's
Now-
going to eat him.
Yeah, now it's time.
Yeah.
Meal goes horribly wrong.
Yes, because he has an ankle gun and he shoots her.
Right.
What kind of gun, Scott?
Oh, it's a Walter PPK,
There you go.
or at least maybe a clone of one, but
Yeah.
it is a Walter PPK style.
Okay.
Scott has like very interesting pieces of trivia to contribute on at random times in films. And this was when he shouted out, "Oh, I think that's a Walter PPK."
Famously, James Bond's pistol.
Correct.
Ah.
Famous.
Yeah. Which is fine, you know, she can still finish the job, and except that Lenny, the limo driver,
Right.
happens to be like, what's going on in there?
Yeah, because he hears the gunshot. And so
and
then
spoils everything.
yeah, he's like, "Oh no," and
Fucking Lenny.
she's got to get out of there. So she does a bat.
She does, right? Like
but
they
we don't
never
see her
they never
as it.
show it, but she does do bad.
We see like bat POV.
I was wondering because there's that scene later in
She
the church,
attempts
Yes.
to fly.
but
Well, yeah, there's bat POV and Joe's like
yeah.
ducking or whatever. But
But
then
then all
later on, he's like, "What are you?" And like, "Well, what did you see?"
So that's what I'm saying. Even if it was a bat or it was just her flying around, you'd be like, I assume this is her being able to fly around on her own. Because
Not in bat shape.
No. Because
Human-
vampires can't do that too.
Some vampires
typically.
just fly. Some don't. Some don't turn into bats.
Right. Or don't want to. Because in that church thing, she goes around twice.
Yeah.
And then
And there's
she
wind noise.
leaves, but
Yes, there's wind noise.
I think she's humanoid at that point when she leaves though or something.
It would
I
have
don't
been
remember now,
nice
but-
to show us what was
Even-
happening.
Yeah, at least or give us a bat
I like to
shadow.
think that she said bad.
That?
But we can go with that. It's fine.
So now, as someone who's never seen the film, I was like, oh, okay, I see her hint of why I always finish the meal.
Yes.
Sal's gonna be a vampire. Man, he did. he rose again. So now Joe is kind of tailing her, you know. This is all so weird and what's happening and all of that. So this kind of starts there. Tete.
There is a bit, yes. Like she runs off into some, was it the church?
Church.
Where people live in churches? Like
She goes to a thrift
It
store too.
Feels,
Yeah, but
it feels
before
like
that-
there is like a dorm because she hits the
Yes,
shower.
there was
She
some
takes
kind
a
of
long
dorm place.
long steamy shower.
Yeah. So he climbs up the wall and the
The pipe. yeah.
pipe gets in. And this is one thing I want to thank the movie for, is that he turned the water off. Like, I don't
Yeah,
like it
nice.
when someone walks by water that's flowing. And anyway, whether it's a tap, a shower, a
Turn it
garden
off.
hose, turn it off when you're
We've
walking
got
by.
droughts, okay?
Yes. It affects us people in California.
Think of us.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah,
Thank you for your service.
The
Yes.
glowing eye possibly is an indicator then. Yeah, like what color eye glow you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then and then at some point we're in the church, then in the cathedral
Yes.
or whatever, which I guess these vampires can go into a church, and then she's in the
Garlic,
thrift.
no. Church, yes.
Yes, and then she's in the thrift store, and then you see her at one point hanging
Yeah.
by like one arm, so
Yep.
there is some sort of super strength
They're very strong.
going on
Yes.
too.
Yep.
Very strong.
I almost wonder if it's like they're like a hybrid vampire big cat person. You know what I mean?
Well.
Like if you took
Like the cat eye people? Cat's eye? No.
No,
What's that?
cat people.
cat people.
Cat people.
yes, cat
Yeah.
people.
Cat
I think
people.
I literally
Yeah.
think it's like cat people meets
Jellicle cats.
okay.
Jellicle cats and jellicle cats. Everybody sing.
I am Mustafa. I am Professor Giggle Titties, and it's like, whatever.
None of those are canon. Those names are not canon.
But no, I mean, like, you could almost argue that these aren't even vampires. I mean, yeah, they
Right.
live off of blood. Yeah, they, infect you if you're bitten. But are they really vampires, or are they something else?
Oh, and
Yeah.
also for the record, whoever's keeping track, An American Werewolf in London is his masterpiece. And it's one of my favorite horror movies too.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is a great film, no question.
Yeah.
I almost want to. I'd have to take John Landis movies and separate.
What, horror from
Yeah,
comedy or
pretty
something?
much, because
Nobody.
Yeah. Again, Coming to America, Trading Places, those are gigantics in the world of Neil Perlmutter canon, movies.
Your court, your,
You know what I
your
mean?
lore.
So yes, so
Your lore, as they say.
yes, he took my beloved Eddie Murphy and he added the comedy and then Blues Brothers. I love Blues Brothers. It's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard. Three Amigos, and
You
come on,
probably
it's
couldn't
hard.
pick a favorite, could you?
No, I would.
Your favorite is whichever one you're watching.
You
Yeah,
have to separate.
I would just jump out a building if you made me do it.
We're not gonna make you do it.
Anyway.
Um,
Oh yeah,
So
Amazon Women on the Moon.
So then what happens in this film?
so
They have
then we-
confrontations. They eventually decide to just team up together because, she
Well,
kind of
we go to the morgue at one point because that's when we get our second cameo of
Yes.
Frank Oz.
Yeah.
Frank Oz, the great Frank Oz.
Some fun effects in the morgue
Yeah.
scene. That was, I think, one of the best scenes in the film, was kind of anything involving the morgue employees and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't claim to know how to morgue. But I think one totally finishes a process and doesn't just leave multiple bodies just open.
I mean, it's silly to begin with because the first time you see him, he's sewing something up and then he's like
Yeah,
biting the
he's
thread with
just,
his,
yeah.
I mean, come on.
But it was just kind of like, I guess he's so overworked in this city, he doesn't even have time.
Right.
to-
I mean, Pittsburgh, am I right?
He's got to work on like 20 bodies at once in this
Yep.
place. Yeah. But like, just like the funniness of seeing them go by when the press is out there and stuff, like some
Like-
good comedic beats.
Like Caleb was saying, yeah, because Sal wakes up, and when
I
the
know,
security
it's like,
guard, he goes running
what
out.
kind of hospital is this?
Yeah.
He's got the thermometer stuck in his
Yeah.
kidney.
Yep. And everyone goes, they all go running past the
Yeah.
group in the
You
Capitol.
get
area.
him. No, you go get him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
Frank Oz did do it pretty good when he stopped and looked real quick at the group.
Yes.
He had a good little facial
Some good
expression.
comedic
a little
beats,
comedic
I'm
beat
saying.
there. Yeah. Agreed.
So yeah, I said in morgue makeup's good. I thought Sal's makeup was good. Like everybody kind of has this like mottled look
Yes.
before they like eat for the first time as a vampire. And I thought that was a nice touch. Obviously, we probably spend the most time looking at Sal in that state.
Yep.
And
Steve Johnson.
yeah, and it was quite good. It's quite good.
Neil, tell us about Steve Johnson.
Oh, now? I should wait till he does his cameo.
Oh, all right.
Hold it for the
Well, 'cause
cameo.
I was- say
Hold it
he-
for
I
the
was-
cameo.
I was
That
going to
is
say
coming
he,
up,
Sal steals a car, basically, and the older gentleman that he pulls out the car,
Yes,
of course,
that was him.
is Forrest Ackerman. No, that was Forrest Ackerman, who was Famous Monsters of Film Man magazine,
Oh
who
yeah.
John Landis loved that magazine.
Adored.
Yeah,
I see now.
and then Forey Ackerman, or Uncle Forey, he was called
Yeah.
in the world. So that was his when he goes, "Hey, that's my car," or whatever he said.
I
Yeah.
did not recognize him.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
but that was the only reason that John Landis agreed to come up here, basically, was because we were working with Famous Monsters. So he's like, "Famous Monsters, okay."
Okay. He even said that exactly. Okay.
Yeah, it was close.
Where
And
are
then
we?
Savini comes back
Oh, Savini comes back for his moment.
because he's like, "This is where you get a little your exposition, Rory." I think he's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
Michelli, or what was it? Michelli? Yeah, Michelli was driving. Whatever. And like,
He's
what?
back. Is he back? Was this all a mistake? What's
Yeah.
happening? The people want to know.
Why, thank you, Tom Savini. Thank you, mustachioed, random mustachioed photographer guy.
Old nose.
Old, it was an old,
Old
nose.
nose,
Was
yeah.
it old nose at that
I
point?
think that might have been old nose. 92.
No.
I think he might have already got corrected at that
Yeah,
point.
because
maybe.
this was after. This was 92, so this was
Yeah.
after
Which one?
Maniac.
Oh yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, way after
Yeah.
Maniac.
Well,
Because why? You saying he had his original nose in Maniac still, right?
Yeah.
right.
But he
But
probably got it.
wasn't he saying? Didn't
Did Bill say he got it
Bill
corrected
say
after?
the reason that he did the head explosion was because he had the bust of his old nose,
Ah.
and he was getting his
How
new
we,
nose.
how we forget this lore.
I mean, geez, we
been so long.
we only interviewed the guy.
Like 5 or 6 years ago.
Hey, come on. We've been through a lot.
I think it was more than that.
I know.
I hate to say it,
this
but
was
it's
this was
2026.
pre-COVID.
Okay. Go back and watch our part 1 or 2. Which one was it? Of our it was a 2-parter. Remember
You
that?
tell us.
Of our Maniac
I believe it was
episode.
part 1.
So what do we got here? So now we're on the run. We're trying to get Sal. Sal's trying to figure out what's going on with him.
Oh, he goes to Manny's house.
He goes
Yeah.
to Manny's house and he's very disrespectful there.
A little bit. A little bit.
Aw,
Army beef.
Aw, that's so
Thank you
sweet.
so much, Army. It's very sweet of you.
Caleb.
Very nice.
It's
Thank
very,
you.
Very British. Caleb.
Yes. So Sal goes to Manny, his lawyer's house. And he has a thirst he just doesn't know how to quench.
Right.
Us after
Kinda
drinking the Bloody
gross, though.
Marys.
Right.
The whole sucking on meat thing and the drooling and
It's
the
pretty nasty.
Yeah.
the trying to cook it on the
Open.
on the
open
stove
flame.
top
Yeah.
and
Yep.
yeah.
And then he finally, what does he do? Start sniffing it. And he's just like, oh, what is that?
Oh, you smell good.
You smell good. Yep.
And
What is it?
Sal shows up too on the lawn, and they're like, everybody's mad at Sal because he's been made a little bit back as an undercover cop, and so now they're like, this idiot's here, we're gonna get him.
Joe. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. He shows up. The boys are, who they were Sal, or are like, hey,
Yeah.
you son of a gun.
Son of a gun.
Okay. So Sal eats Manny,
Yep.
which poor Don Rickles.
Don Ricketts, as my phone says.
That's right. And his wife's like, he ate my Manny.
She does say that several times.
And then what happens? Okay.
They
and
grab
then,
they grab Joe, throw him in
Yes.
the back of the trunk.
right.
They take him to the junkyard.
Yes, that's right. The junkyard, where they're going to start by using a garbage truck,
Yes.
the old school ones where you actually threw trash in the back.
Yeah.
And they're going
And
to,
Sal says, I'm gonna grind you down to blood and screams.
there you go.
It's a good line.
It's a good line.
Yeah.
I like that.
Is this at the same time, because the next big scene that's really good, and in my opinion, standout scene, is Don Ricketts in the hospital.
That
Does
happens.
that come in next?
Almost.
Okay.
We're getting there.
We
Yeah.
get there, yeah, because
Yeah.
there's the scene where Marie takes the car and saves.
Saves
Save
Joe
Joe.
from getting
Yes,
I
ground
was
up.
setting that up when I said they had him.
yes. Because then they take off and then they decide that okay, the sun's coming up. Vampires
The vampire, no sun.
can't be out in the sun. So-
And
See, I like that when Sal exits the tunnel,
Yeah,
and he's just like, "Ah!"
and he doesn't know.
right.
No one.
because that's the first
No one
time we
told him.
see. Okay, so that's another check for the vampire box is no sun.
No sun. No thank you. No sun.
Right,
For any vampire.
Yeah.
For any vampire.
right. So they both are like, she's
Right.
Marie's like, okay, we're gonna stop here in this hotel. This is where we're gonna go. And then
We're gonna go
Joe's
here,
like,
yeah.
what about Sal? And she's like, don't worry.
Don't worry, yeah, he's fine. And actually, before we get to Manny, Sal stops at the meat
Yep.
packing plant, and we get another
A
cameo
Raimi.
of
a
Sam
Do
Raimi.
Raimi.
Yes.
So that was cool. We got a Sam Raimi in there.
I was like, I'm like, it's a Raimi.
Okay.
Uh,
Now
Now we're in the
on Nan.
hospital.
Yes.
And it's a lot of fun. The arm, the
I
arm
think-
looks great.
I'm sorry. Real quick.
We did miss one.
We did miss one.
Okay.
We remember Manny is taken to the hospital in an ambulance.
Yes, he is.
The ambulance dude they show in there is Dario Argento.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I was like, I'm like in my mind trying to like picture it, and I'm like, wait, which cameo is this? Dario
Right.
Argento's
That was an
cameo.
Argento.
What's he doing?
Okay,
over
now Manny.
now he's
Sorry.
okay.
Wait, one more. No, I'm kidding.
I'm just gonna go. The arm burning. I like the way the arm looked. The hospital scene in general with Manny, very funny. The effects look very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they actually did a really good job with
It's
that.
great how he wakes up and he's like
Yes.
going after the nurse and
And everybody's like, what?
opens the curtain.
Yep.
Yep. And he's
No
just
one's
like,
expecting
ah!
And they're all freaking out because nobody was expecting that to happen.
Right.
And then
So-
you get a nice big scream from Linnea.
Yeah, so Linnea Quigley comes in as
Yep,
a nurse.
there's Linnea
She's the one who
Quigley, yep.
takes the arm initially,
Yeah.
does it, and she
Holder
runs
of
out.
the arm. Yep.
Yeah. So her husband, at the time, I'm not sure if they were still married then or not. I'm going to guess they
I
were.
believe I read that they are still
Okay.
married at this
At
point.
that point.
Yeah.
Steve Johnson, the special effects guy.
Yeah.
He's one of the orderlies who comes in. And he just goes, huh? or something, you know. So, but he was the effects guy on the movie.
Yeah.
And had done many other films. And we had talked about one previously, Night of the Demons,
Yeah,
where he
yeah.
met Linnea and did prosthetic works, molding her torso.
Prosthetic works.
Yes.
Works. Speaking of works,
Yes.
Marie and Joe are going to have relations.
Okay.
They're going to know each other biblically.
Yeah.
See, the romantic wanting person in me really liked this scene. The whole setup. It was very sweet.
I'm happy for you. That's just
No, you're not.
I am happy for
No,
you.
you're not.
I'm always happy when you're happy.
I can see it on your face. You're like,
I'm
"Ugh."
happy for you.
You're all that.
If I can take a silver lining away from this, it's that it made you happy. Then that's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
The handcuffs were a nice touch.
She's like, these handcuffs.
I do like where the scene eventually got to, but I feel like it took a while to get there.
Oh, it took a long time to get
You know
there.
what I mean? So it was
You know, first it's like, you've lost a lot of blood. Are you sure you don't need more? Don't worry, you're not my type. And then like the whole bed scene and her lighting the candles and then
right.
them falling asleep and then him waking up and then going to check his neck in the mirror to make, you know, and then
Yeah.
the weird like
Like putting his hand right over the top.
the petting, not petting, and
Scott
then
and I were both like, what is happening?
Yeah.
and then her waking up and like moving over to the side of the bed and then but then like setting a pillow up for him and then patting the bed to come sit next, you know, and they're like, and then finally, you know,
Yes.
pulling out the box of condoms and they're like, let's do this. And he's still like not sure that he wants to do this. And it's not until she's like in her mouth that he's like, okay, yeah, I really want to do this.
Right.
So I believe this movie is considered, or considers itself, it's considered a horror comedy.
Sure.
I think that's what you generally find it.
I would
Kind of
agree with
under.
yes.
I'm not sure. Okay, we make a lot of jokes about me in long movies because I am sometimes like, why is this movie so long? Why couldn't it be told in a more succinct fashion? I don't know any horror comedy that'll ever need to be 2 hours long. I'm just not sure about that. That's a long time for a horror comedy.
Okay.
That's a long time for one of those.
It's an opinion.
It's again, there are scenes in this movie that are much longer than they need to be. So I can see how, and it's kind of weird. Well, it's weird too because Joe is not a fan of Marie until she pulls out the handcuffs, essentially, and then they had their coming together, and after that, all of a sudden,
I mean,
he's
so
like,
no,
oh,
I
now,
think he initially likes her when they first bump into each other in the street.
yeah,
and
definitely. He's
has
kinda...
a little Cinderella thing with her high heel.
I wasn't sure if he liked her at first or if it was like a vampire's thrall, but I think in having seen the whole movie, I think he just liked her.
Yeah, I think he liked her.
Yeah.
But being a cop and her being a murderer and all,
Yeah.
she has a moral code, he's got a moral code. They've got to meet somewhere in the middle, and it just took him a long time to get there. A long time and a box of condoms to get there. And some handcuffs.
Anyway. So they do it. She breaks out of the handcuffs
She breaks
easily.
out, yeah.
Which
Again,
to be
super
expected.
Super
strength.
strong.
She
Yeah.
is, yeah. But
And now we've got to take down Sal.
yeah, it's time.
But Sal is like, I'm going to turn all my people into vampires, and we're going to go live it up, whoop whoop, as Insane Clown Posse would say. And like, he's like, this is great. I mean, I think I could be like unstoppable.
Right. He basically saying like, yeah, we're going to get rid of the other crime families. We're easily taking over the city, and boom. And it's and I do actually kind of like how he's leading all his guys to
up the stairs.
Basically
Yeah.
get eaten and then eat the next guy who come up and kind of do this whole thing.
It's efficient.
So
It's an efficient way to do it.
It is.
Assembly line.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. And he gets one of the cops. He gets
Yes, he does.
what's his face?
He
His
gets
partner.
But not Luis.
Not Luis Guzman. Yeah, he gets his partner. But anyway, yeah, it's a good idea. But then Marie comes in basically, and like we find out she's a really good shot.
Some really good shots.
Okay, so there's
she's super old.
a not vampire is like breaking a neck or a shot to the head will kill you, kill the vampire.
Yeah,
well, you got to break up that whole nervous system, central nervous system.
Not a stake to the chest or sunlight.
Yeah, I guess that wouldn't work apparently at all, huh?
And Sal shoots her.
Again.
Yeah,
like three times.
Yeah, he gets around in there.
Yep. Again.
But don't worry, they're gonna get him. And there's when they do get him, very cool burning effect thing going on.
You know what?
Fire.
The part that I really liked about this movie we just glanced over. Can I say it?
Please.
Is when Marie and Joe go into the bar that's at the bottom of where Sal's doing all his all his making people.
Yeah.
And the bartender's like, like, I'm gonna get you, whatever, and
We said I'll swing on you.
with this, I'll swing on you.
Yeah.
And she's like, but I'm a girl. And he swings. She just
So the editing on that too. It's like, bam.
yeah. And then she just takes the
Good
bat, whack, and the bartender comes flying back. That's actually really well done.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed that part.
That's a good one.
So, and again, it's that beguilement that she has with that cute little.
And again, I just think we could have had so much more. I think they could have done a lot more with Marie.
Right.
At the beginning, she says she's old. How old? Did you fire a musket? Is that why you're such a good shot now?
Maybe.
I don't know. Felt underutilization.
She was definitely in the French Revolution, at least.
I would hope.
Right.
The student uprising? Something? Was she at the Moulin Rouge? What is going on?
The Moulin Rouge.
Yeah. So,
Another
so yeah,
important
Sal
Canadian-
gets smashed between a
Canadian
taxi and
French
a
kids.
bus. So this movie also does something where the vampires are obviously the strongest people in the room, but sometimes they're super weak and sometimes they're super strong. They give Joe the kill shot instead of Marie, even though she's wounded, but I still think that they should have given it to her, not to him. I feel like Sal could have walked away, but he's just standing there like, come on.
Right.
Come on, I'm Sal.
They do that omen thing that I hate.
You have time to move.
I mean, Marie does ultimately get the last shot, doesn't she? Isn't she the one who shoots him in the head when he's on fire at the end?
Yeah, it was her, wasn't
Does she? Okay.
Like he shoots
He
the...
shoots.
oh, no, he's got the
He
lighter.
throws the
Yeah,
lighter,
lighter,
and
yeah.
then she shoots.
Everybody
you
kind of
know,
gets a
yeah,
piece of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess they don't, I don't know. The cops are dumb. The mob is dumb. Sometimes the vampires are weak,
Yeah.
Sometimes they're strong, It's just inconsistent. They need to
Like where in the feeding
tighten it up,
where in like the feeding
Right.
kind of thing does this happen?
Right. And they make Sal like super strong, even though he's like a day old,
Yeah,
so
he's
is
like a
it
baby
is-
vampire.
right. So is it just if you're tough in life, you're a tough vampire, or is it, I mean, we're thinking in like Anne Rice terms, where the older
Yes.
you are, the stronger you are.
Right.
Baby vampires are the strongest, though. They're the strongest because they have all of the other vampire blood running through them, and as that finally goes through, they start to get weaker. Baby vampires are the strongest vampires.
Babies
Well,
are the strongest vampires. Everybody knows that about
But-
babies.
But all the baby vampires weren't strong in this movie, so except for Sal,
Maybe it's a state of mind.
maybe.
It's a
A
vampire
Pittsburgh state of mind.
He did drink like 4 people in the course of, over the.
Oh,
course
that's
of,
true.
like,
She's
2
always
hours.
talking about how hungry she is.
And
so-
one was Don Rickles.
That's like some
Rich
Frank
blood.
Sinatra blood in there.
Rich blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's viscous. Extra viscosity.
That is some Rat Pack blood thrown
Yeah.
through your veins at that point.
Anyway,
All right.
then we get this super cheesy ending. Now that Sal's dead, like she's gonna go walk off and go see a sunset. And
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Sunrise.
there's a voiceover. There's like no voiceover for the whole thing, and then she has like a voiceover.
It's been a
at the
long
end.
time since she voiceovers, and then it comes back all of a sudden, and it was a little jarring.
Oh, I guess she did have voiceovers.
No,
at
they're-
the beginning.
yeah.
She did have.
She
voiceovers.
did.
It had been a while since she
Throughout.
had
But
one.
no, there was a
The second rule.
there was a second half gap of
Yeah.
VO, but then she
Yeah.
does.
But yeah,
but
I'm gonna go see a sunset. He's all, but I love you, and I'm like, I kill people. And I'm like, yeah, but if you were perfect, you wouldn't be single.
Right. Cue in the great
And
credit
then the
end
great
song.
ending.
And then no,
He
she
made
said,
me feel alive, and so I thought, why not? Now, what does that mean? Are they going to be in love? Is she going to turn him into a vampire?
I think they leave it up for your interpretation.
Hmm.
Being the romantic that
Does
you are,
he
I'm gonna
want to be a vampire?
they fell in love pretty quickly. Maybe before you make someone that you have to spend all of eternity with, you could spend, I don't know, 6 months together.
Right.
See how that goes.
They had known each other for a day and a half or so.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's nerfect.
Oh well. Well, the song was by who again, Caleb? The end title? Rhythm Syndicate.
Syndicate.
Yes.
Rhythm Syndicate. I wanna make love. I wanna make love to you. Banger song. Love it.
And it's actually
Love it. Can't find it anywhere except on YouTube.
I
Right.
lulled.
It's an end credits that doesn't belong in this movie,
And yet
but at
it
the same
does.
time it works really well in my opinion.
Doesn't, but it does.
You know, like it's just so weird that like I said, everyone has
Why
that
not?
moment, that closing credit moment.
Yeah,
where you
but
get
they
to
do
see
like
them.
a little.
Yep, kind of thing, and it works well. I don't know why, but it does.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah. I immediately went and tried to find it. Played it half a dozen times at work the next day on YouTube.
yeah,
You said you found it.
on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube
Only on
also.
YouTube, yeah.
So
It was not on any streaming.
love it.
Well, I only checked Apple.
Yeah.
But anyway, there you go.
It wasn't anywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, all right.
That concludes Innocent Blood. Again, I liked it more than I thought I was going to. I probably enjoyed the cameos more than anything, and a few select parts. Definitely took a little too long to get to the point sometimes.
I'm happy that Caleb's happy.
But again, Caleb never said that he even likes the movie. He just thought it'd be fun to talk about. So, which I'll take it. I think I liked it more than anyone that's in this room, is what it sounds like, actually. But it might just be my John Landis heart.
My Landis-shaped heart.
My John Landis heart.
All right.
And you put Savini, and you put a little
yeah.
Dario. Sorry.
Yeah. So,
All right, Scott will take us to a bumper,
Yeah.
so that we can situate ourselves
Yeah.
Do I bring up the Cheez-Its now?
whenever you want.
All right. Game over it is.
Yeah, so we're getting set up for a game. Truth or dab?
Well, yeah. Is that what the game is called? Truth or Dab, or is
I
it just
think
like
so.
Hot Ones?
Hot ones, truth or dab?
Truth or Dab. Yeah. There's actually multiple sub games
Come,
within
Caleb.
this, and you all are gonna play all of them.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh, do we get refills of Coke? Give him a Coke.
So we're gonna go through a couple of rounds. I will explain the rules of each round.
Okay.
All of them revolve around
Sorry, man.
hot sauce and questions and truths and all of that. So
Do we dab the cracker into the
Yes.
sauce? Okay.
yes. Okay. So round one, this is simply truth. I am going to ask you a question,
Okay.
and you can answer the question honestly, or you can dab.
We have to answer honestly. We can't make up a
You have to
creative
answer
lie.
honestly, and you would or you have to dab. Now there are 3 hot sauces in front of you. You can start with the one on your left, which is a jalapeno hot sauce.
It's green.
That'll be your first pass.
It's very green.
If you need to take a second dab, it'll be the second cup, which is the last dab, made famous by Hot Ones.
Kind of an orangey guy.
The final one is Da Bomb, also made famous by Hot Ones.
It's the color of blood.
Is the worst tasting. It's awful.
Horrible.
It's the worst.
So you're saying each time we decide not to answer, we
You have to go
escalate.
up. You have to.
Okay.
You have to.
But what
escalate.
happens
That's
once
correct.
we do all 3? We start back at the beginning? again?
Nope. You're gonna just keep doing the bomb, or
Wow.
I'm gonna find you something else.
Okay, so we gotta choose wisely. Okay,
So
I
No,
get
I
it.
didn't know this part was going to happen.
round one. This is simply truth. We will start with Caleb. Caleb.
You're up.
Snitches get stitches. Who here in this room is most likely to rat to the police to get off easy?
Specifically to get off easy.
To get off easy?
Yeah.
Yeah, who in this
To
room
not,
is
you know,
gonna
to be
rat?
Yeah,
like-
no, I understand
Okay.
the question.
Like who's gonna be? He's gonna turn and be the informant.
And this is just my truth, right?
No. You have to tell the truth of who you think in
Who do
this
you
room.
think?
Yeah, but my truth.
Yeah,
Yes.
your truth.
Yeah, I think it's you.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't think. I know it's you.
Well, fine.
I concur.
I could think of reasons that anyone is a suspect for that.
Chat, we don't need your opinion. No,
We're
Mark,
turning off the chat.
Mark, you're right. You're right. I know. Okay. Okay, can I dab for this one? Sandra.
Yes.
Has your significant other ever embarrassed you? What happened?
There was a certain flame print shirt.
I actually know exactly what you're talking about. And when did I wear this shirt?
It was like the second time I ever saw you.
Yeah.
It was the most hideous Flavortown shirt.
Oh, geez.
And it was like that
They were in vogue.
material that was like kind of silky, but it's like polyester-y.
Would you like to feel my shirt?
No, it's not like this. It's a very specific
Like
fabric.
that shiny. That
Shiny.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was
That 99, 2000s.
Yeah. Mark,
Yeah.
absolutely. It was Guy Fieri mode. Absolutely. 100%.
and it was like, what are you doing?
Okay.
Yeah. So that was easy.
All right, Neil.
Yeah.
You've just pooped in a public restroom and realized there's not toilet paper. What do you do?
I guess I would get up and see if there's hand towels, and if
Just kind of waddle.
and then
to
if
the
they
front.
are, I would go get them and then go back and finish my business
And then where do the hand towels go?
in the toilet.
You're going to clog the toilet for the...
Not
for
my
the-
problem. I get
It's
to
their
leave.
fault for not filling the toilet paper.
Exactly.
You could also phone a friend. Be like, someone help me.
I would-
you
I actually-
call the police.
I would FaceTime a friend. At that point.
Call the police, the fire department.
Hey, can you help me?
All right. right. Caleb, this
Yes.
is actually really
Now we know.
appropriate too.
All right.
You're about to go out and celebrate your birthday with everyone here.
Okay.
If you had to pick one person to stay back,
Ooh.
who would it be and why?
And why?
I'm not picking anyone to stay back.
No, you can just pick me. You don't have to dab this early. Just pick me. I sacrificed myself. I volunteer as tribute. It's doing it. Oh.
I'd never leave any of you guys behind.
Oh, Hana. Means family.
Oh, Hannah, man, nobody gets left behind or forgotten.
Sandra,
I tried to sacrifice.
what is the craziest and most recent lie you have told to
That's
get
just
out of a
selfie.
task or commitment?
A task or commitment? Craziest? Hold on. I gotta think
I
here.
had a cold last week.
I really did have a cold. That was the truth.
That's a hard one.
Crazy. It's a hard one.
I know, right?
I mean, you know how it is. We all have things we don't want to do in life. Sometimes it's like the older you get, though, the more comfortable you are just saying, I don't want
Yeah.
to do that thing. I know there's been times in customer service situations where I've had to be like, in my past, be like, oh, okay, I think, my boss is calling me. I've gotta go. It's more things like that to get away from a cray-cray.
I don't feel like this is juicy enough.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to think if I've got something. I don't.
I wouldn't have a juicy one either.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
it's like everyday life.
Sometimes with cray-cray people, though, in customer service situations in my past, I have sometimes played along with them, which can be good. Like, play into their delusions a little bit. I remember one time this lady came up to me, and she had a little picture of a stick figure devil drawn, and I was working someplace, and she had this little picture with the little stick figure devil drawn on it on a Post-it, and she slid it over to me, and I was like, oh, look at that, or something. And she's like, that's my boyfriend. And I was like, the devil's your boyfriend? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, cool. And, I proceeded to indulge her, and she told me all about him and how they had to establish credit because they were going to get married. So she was on her way to Starbucks to apply for a Starbucks card.
Wow.
Sometimes it's just fun to play in the space.
Wait, they have a Starbucks card?
No,
Oh, okay. She's applying for a loyalty card.
Yeah.
I don't know what she was applying for.
No, the devil wasn't her boyfriend either.
And
so-
who knows, the devil didn't have good credit. So,
I mean,
the first problem. So, yeah, that's just a little fun. At least I can tell you a fun story today. But I'm refusing to dab.
Hey, Satan.
Hey, come on, guy.
Come on, guy.
All right, Neil, who in this room is least likely to donate to charity?
Least likely?
Yes.
I can say for a fact, I know everybody in this room donates pretty
I
frequently.
know.
to
That's
charity.
why. I know. Least likely.
Can we bring someone who's not into this room into the conversation? Like, can we just, if we have somebody else we want to incriminate that could also be bad,
Yeah,
but they're
I
not
mean,
here?
We could say who in chat's least likely. No, don't do that.
Or if you want to say, like, my wife.
My
or,
wife.
my manager at work. Or I don't know.
Yeah, I like you said, I know that everyone in this room
It's quite charitable.
does stuff.
Who's
Yeah.
the most likely to stop?
Let's go cold turkey.
but who does it the
Who's
least?
most likely? Yeah, who's doing it the least, or who's more likely to be doing it just because they feel like they're required to?
I mean, my wife does it the most because she lives with me. So,
She's a giver.
but
Who's the least likely to do like the roundup at all the places? Like, would you like to round up?
Oh, like
to,
oh,
to
right up your
donate
change.
to whatever.
Oh
they're
yeah,
doing.
that's a good way to put it. Who's not rounding?
I have no idea.
Who's not rounding in this room? In this room.
I have to say, there's me.
I know personally, I'm not rounding very
Okay.
often. I love it.
Me either.
I often round. I don't always round.
Yeah.
Depends on situation.
Sometimes that makes me mad.
Well, right, because I'm like, why can't your organization that's a big corporation with multi-billion dollars, why can't they pay more? Why must I round?
Yeah.
Okay, Caleb,
Yes.
who here do you think lies the most?
Me.
You have a young child.
Just gonna answer me for all of them from now on.
No, me.
Ouch. Okay.
Okay.
Is Caleb lying right now? It's like that riddle in Labyrinth. One of us always tells the truth and one of us always lies.
Okay.
So then you have to figure it out that Caleb's actually the one telling the truth and I'm the one lying.
Right.
Yeah.
Sandra,
Yeah.
name a flaw of every person in this room.
Ooh.
Every person?
Wow. Okay, that's rough.
How long do I have?
Oh man.
You're not gonna dab for this one? Okay.
No, I'm not gonna dab for this one. I'm okay to have some flaws.
I am not ready to hear this.
I think you are.
Can we take a dab on behalf of
La
Sandra?
la 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 la.
I'm ready to go.
All right,
All right, go ahead.
Do it.
Okay.
Do me first.
Caleb.
My birthday.
Caleb
What's
is
my flaw?
too perfect and Christ.
Oh,
stop.
no, stop it.
Dab already.
Stop
No, no.
it.
Okay.
I would say sometimes
We're not coming back from this,
you
guys.
think too negatively. And
Okay.
you need to have more positive thoughts
All right.
sometimes. You assume the worst.
I'm a thundercloud. I got it.
What did we call you earlier? It was like
Thundercloud sunshine.
rain bucket or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agreed.
What does Drake say in that song? I mean, where the fuck do I even really? Okay.
All right.
Scott. I'll leave you for last because that's my. I got so many. Scott.
Remember, it's
Neil is
daylight.
so
Remember, it's daylight.
scared.
Remember, it's daylight savings
Yeah.
time. Don't go too hard on him.
Yeah. Yeah. I still got a week of.
I would say I'm not going to use the same one, but the same could be applied to you. That sometimes you jump to like worst case scenario or too negative, and it's like, well, like let's have a little hope, or let's not catastrophize the situation, right? I would say, and Scott knows this. I've said this many times. One of his best qualities and one of his worst qualities is his stubbornness, because that power can be used for good or evil, and sometimes it's like, my God, man, let it go.
Okay.
Neil, I feel like sometimes you are too nice to people who don't treat you very well. And you need to be meaner to them.
Okay. That's fair. That is
I
fair.
think that's very fair, actually.
I will own that one.
I have
How we feeling, chat?
like
It got real in here.
We just got a heart.
I have like maybe 3 or 4 flaws. That we don't have to get into right now. No, I am very flawed. We're all
Thank
flawed.
God I did not get that question. You did a good job.
I know. I would have dabbed.
Yes, I would have dabbed
I
immediately.
probably would have drank a whole cup. I would have shot the whole cup rather than answer that question.
Well, I think that I'm comfortable that you all know how much I love and adore you all. I really do. So it's kind of like if I ever say anything to you, it's not because I'm like,
Right.
you suck. It's because I wish that this would make your life easier.
But you got them so quickly they came to you.
Oh, yeah, it was really easy. And I had a few more on hand.
Dang, just
Wow.
Let's go hunting. Let's go hunting bear.
like Linda Hamilton at the end of Terminator 2. Just like,
Yeah.
Do it, Linda. Do it to it.
I appreciate Ty got it right. It's like stern, more stern, and not mean.
I am also a Sagittarius, and I have a tendency to not always be super tactful. And like I always say this, but people love my tough love. They cry, but they keep coming back.
All right. So Neil, this is a totally different tone shift. What is something unexpected that turned you on? Like, what is the most unexpected thing that has ever turned you
What
on?
do you mean, like turning you on, like sexually?
Yes, that got or for this movie excites you.
I was gonna say, or is it like in that Inside the Actor's Studio when Lipton used to say, "What turns you on, excites you, motivates you."
But no, this is sexual.
This is not that one.
Oof.
I loved that Inside the Actor's Studio, and I love Lipton. It was great.
That would be Sandra's answer then.
Yes.
Both
Also,
funny.
Unexpected. Caleb, do you have anything for me? You know me better.
For you?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
That I ever told you about?
there was the duck pond. No,
Unexpected.
I'm just kidding. That's not.
Duck pond. Shoot.
Maybe is there something from like when
Can't
you were young
think of
and
anything.
confused?
Oh my
nothing,
God.
Nothing later on in life.
Wow.
That,
Give me some
nothing?
hints, yeah.
No, I think
no.
you got to dab at this point.
I
If
think you do have
If
to
you
dab
don't
at this
know, then
point.
you got to dab.
If you're so vanilla, you can't think
I
of
know.
anything. You've got to dab.
Something unexpected. No. If I think of anything, I will come back with an answer while we're going.
And then regurgitate the hot sauce.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Back
then
into the
spit it
cup.
back.
If you're gonna spew in this.
I was gonna say politely into his hand, then like dispose of it.
All right. Now for round 2. We're
Top of the
one
order.
round of one like circle.
Right.
Of this
So now we revert back to the
No,
original.
absolutely not. This is going to get harder as time goes by. So
Oh,
this is
no.
called BFF Trivia. So with this one, I am going to ask you a question that you are going to need to answer about everyone in this room. And if you cannot get it right, then you are going to have to take a dab.
Guys, don't hate me.
Okay.
Caleb,
Okay.
list each player's, so you don't have to include me in this, middle name.
I don't think that Caleb's ever even heard my
I-
middle name.
Neil doesn't have one. I do not know yours.
But, and I think, because I was going to say, if you don't know an answer for Neil, who you've known since you were both like literal children, I was going to say that's bad. Yeah.
Oh no, he doesn't know it.
No, he does. You know the
Neil
answer.
doesn't have one.
Oh, he doesn't. Oh, okay.
I said.
And that's a good answer. You did it. You passed the challenge.
But I don't know yours.
I will tell you
Yeah.
them later, and then you'll know.
Do you know mine?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't
I
think
knew it at one. I mean, I know you've said it at one
Yeah.
point, but
It's so basic.
it's
like
one of those.
Mark or
Oh, sorry, Mark.
It's like there's literally not been a time where it would have come up that I would have had
You
to
got
tell
to put it in
Caleb.
here first.
Yeah, you can't just take and cheese it.
We're not allowed to eat these. These are props.
Okay.
I bought them. They're mine.
Ooh, my wipe
Sarah,
some of that off.
What city was each player born in?
Is that my question?
Oh.
Okay. Scott was born in Oakland.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Berkeley.
Oh, whatever. You know what? You're not a player. It doesn't matter. I'm not answering for
I
you
feel
anymore.
like these are now that
Dang.
I'm thinking about it. Like I feel
Wow.
like these are kind of like
No, that's why I'm saying. Like,
Maybe-
I don't know where Neil was.
Well,
born.
no, but this is also like
Really?
steal.
I think
Let's
I do.
please steal our identity sort of question.
I know we got to be careful with some of these. Can we skip this one?
Actually, because the next one is like
What's your last 4 your social security number?
Wait, let's. Okay, maybe we should give me another one. Give me something that's not going to lead to doxing.
Thanks for having our what there's no questions online about what city we were born
The
in.
bots are listening, Neil.
okay. What if any musical instruments do the other players play?
Currently or had played in the past even.
Can play. Like if handed them an instrument, they would be able to play a chorus at least.
Comfortable answering this. Well, first of all, Scott and Caleb are both very multi-talented people, and they actually both can play several different instruments. They both play the guitar. They both know a little drum. And I wouldn't be surprised if they've dabbled in a woodwind or two in their day.
Master of the skin flute.
I,
All right,
Here.
yeah, true.
I think you can also play piano a little bit.
The hitting keys.
And Neil,
just sorry.
and then Neil plays an instrument that's right behind. He plays the little keyboard.
I am the master of the Radio Shack keyboard.
That's what we're laughing at. And we actually talk about it a lot. Like in our private
Neil,
lives without
Play
cameras.
us something.
I think you
Play us
should
a song. Play us a song. Play us a song. Play us a song.
All right, boss.
First of all, the fact that this thing even works, like, is still a working piece of equipment.
The battery probably. doesn't
This
even-
is the realistic Concert Mate 300. He's got to warm up first.
I don't even know what to play. now.
You hold it up so people can really see it.
Oh. This is a wonderment of musical instrumentations. I'm not sure why they're making fun of me.
It's really good. It's pretty. It's cute.
I don't even know. What did I used to play on here?
You played that
Nope.
Beverly Hills Cop.
There it is.
Ding ding. Also
Axel
the crazy.
Foley's theme, baby.
Also the crazy frog.
Crazy frog theme.
Ding 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 ding.
Ding-a-ding.
You do need a guitar. It's the natural evolution.
A guitar.
Army suggesting it.
You're welcome,
You're
America.
welcome. That was a free show. It was a free concert from the I don't know, the Liberace of our times.
And not just because of the hair.
No, there's so many reasons.
And just as gay.
Okay.
Okay.
If that's not internet gold, I don't know what is.
Pretty good.
Welcome everyone.
Well, Neil,
warm
list.
here.
Well, that's too easy. Now that's what came up. List each player's birthday month.
Oh, yeah.
Lame.
Lame.
Yeah.
May,
Nope.
February, December.
Would it be funny if he got around and got to me and was
I mean,
way
I gave
off?
him like the hardest one in here.
Okay,
Sure.
you get the hard one.
Tell us the name of every player's first kiss. Yeah, see, like, who would
There's-
know that?
I don't even know.
Scott was Rosie Palm. Yeah, there's no way to know that.
Mine was J. Edgar Hoover,
With a picture of freaking Ed Gein.
Dan Quayle. He was technically made a cameo in this movie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that guy?
He
Which
couldn't
one?
spell potato.
Dan Quayle.
Dan Quayle.
Because he was in the movie. There was a clip of him in the
He
movie.
was? You're right,
he
you're
couldn't-
right.
He couldn't spell potato, and
Yeah.
he died of shame.
Do I get another one or no?
You are me, beef.
What?
Oh, sorry.
That was my first
My-
kiss.
My arm.
My arm.
My arm. Ding ding.
All right.
Ding, ding,
This is going to be round 3. This round is called roast.
Oh.
I am going to give a prompt to a player. The other players are going to answer that question about that player, unless that player takes a dab.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Well,
We'll
I
If
think
you
figure
don't
it
want
out.
to answer it yourself, you'll have to take a
I
dab.
think I get what
Okay.
you're saying.
So the first one, this is you two will have to answer this about Caleb unless Caleb takes a dab.
Okay.
What
Could be
would
brutal.
Caleb do if he won the lottery?
Oh. Okay.
Caleb
If Caleb won the lottery.
Caleb
This is a
would-
real answer.
Caleb would
Real answer.
he'd immediately quit his job. He'd tell all of us to fuck off. And then he would probably move somewhere nice.
Wow, that's not what I think. I think that maybe Caleb would quit working, but I don't know. I don't actually know for sure that Caleb would quit working right away. He's got kids. He's got to take care of his kids. So maybe set up a trust fund.
How much did I win?
Yeah,
The lottery.
So,
The lottery.
All of it.
$100
mil-
$100 bucks?
millions.
All of it.
You won all of it. You won all the money in the world.
but yeah, I think that Caleb would obviously take care of his the loved ones. I think he would get probably like a cool house with like lots of room for musical instruments and
These
activities.
are boring answers.
I know, right?
I could maybe should we think of a frivolous thing Caleb would do with the money that's realistic but frivolous?
I think I would lose it all.
Oh no!
Yeah, in a bad investment.
What did I say about negative thoughts?
That's true.
I'd be like, what money? What's this?
Did I win?
What do I do with it?
Didn't I win $10?
MC Hammer took all my money.
Why is Hammer catching the trays?
All right. So this
I'd
one,
keep working so I would have insurance.
right? Because even after the lottery,
You can afford to buy a hospital, though.
Buy this hospital so I can go to it
that's
for
the bad
eternity.
investment right there.
I think a frivolous but fun thing that Caleb would do seriously is I think you'd get some serious shoe shopping in. Caleb loves
Yeah.
a good shoe.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
And it might get a little frivolous.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Cult Show would finally get that studio that we deserve.
It's her. Wait.
Caleb would buy us off so we never darken their doorstep again.
He'd buy our rights.
All right. Which actor would play Sandra in a movie about her life?
Don Rickles. The
Don Ricketts.
The corpse of Don Ricketts.
What actor would play Sandra? So that's for Caleb and I to answer.
Yes. Unless Sandra takes a dab because she doesn't
No,
want to
why would you take a dab on that?
I mean,
Remember, the title of this is Roast.
Roast, right? Supposed to be roasty.
I think Andy Serkis,
Roasty toasty.
the man's a chameleon. He could be anyone.
I think it'd be Kevin Costner, but he'd be playing the postman character
As me.
as you. Yeah, interpreted
Hair's accurate.
or maybe the Mariner.
The hair is screen accurate.
I don't know who would play, but whoever it was would be dressed fabulously. They'd have some great vintage clothing. They would be in a wonderfully
That's not a roast.
decorated
No, it's really not.
whoa, yeah, it is. I'm talking shit right now.
It's feeling roasty toasty in here.
Sick burn, bro.
It's like burn, bro. Corey Feldman could play me. Like, that would be another option I would accept.
Yeah, I think DT would probably be a good Sandra.
What's a DT?
Donald Trump.
Junior.
We're roasting, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they could do a lot with my work.
It'd be huge.
Huge.
Bigly.
Neil, did you answer who?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I said
Kevin
Kevin
Costner.
Costner.
Oh, Kevin Costner,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, because. Okay.
Fine with it.
What is the ugliest thing you've ever seen Neil wear?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Give me.
Would you like to take a dab?
No, that's
Would
beautiful.
that is beautiful. I love that. Yeah. Would you like to take a dab?
No,
No,
it's fine.
The ugliest thing? Ugliest thing.
Have at it.
Ugliest thing.
You
I
were-
mean, you forget I've known Neil since he was 16 years old.
I will tell you
so-
this. You as mother
That was glorious.
Really?
was
Yeah.
it was, you know what it was? I think it was the hair. It was more than the garb.
I have a shirt I remember from the '90s that was like a button-down long sleeve. It was that '90s green that was everywhere, and it had little amoebas, like orangey amoeba things all over
God.
it. Do you remember that
Wait,
shirt?
are you roasting yourself?
I'm just giving an example
You
of one.
say that one.
I'm trying to help
You
remind you.
you were in the 90s.
That shirt was pretty bad.
You were in the 90s, so you wore those lots of polyester fabric pants that I always look at, where it's like they used up all of the rayon in the
The
world
rayon,
at the
yes.
time.
The rayon
I
was
mean,
big.
yeah, those were our work pants.
And
yeah.
like the waist is really narrow, and then it goes
Yeah.
like
And
that.
pleated.
Yeah,
pleated.
pleated. Definitely pleated.
You gotta have pleats.
With a nice cuff.
Okay. So did you answer?
Mother.
Mother. Sorry, that's right.
Yeah. And well, I mean,
Caleb.
I've also seen your mullet, which was kind of epic, but also kind of a mullet.
I mean, you
was.
had a pair of pajamas that had a poop flap. What were those?
You wore those here.
They're my Freddy pajamas, my Freddy onesie with the poop flap.
Was that?
Yeah.
That wasn't
It's adorable.
exactly flattering.
Okay.
I mean, I think anything with a poop flap is
It was adorable.
The greatest
like just the
invention
word
ever.
poop flap.
I don't think it's called that.
No, it is.
Well, like, for example, would you like happily post pictures of you and your mullet everywhere on the internet and on our show and stuff, or would you rather people probably don't see the mullet?
I guess I wouldn't have. I mean,
A lot of qualms
I guess not.
because people want to see it. So put your money where your mouth is.
All right. All right.
All right. So back to Caleb. What is Caleb's best and worst roommate qualities?
This would be assuming we lived with Caleb.
Yeah, just like what are the best and worst qualities if one had to live with Caleb?
I used to drink a lot and pass out and puke everywhere.
Well, that sounds like a blast.
It's a really bad quality. Neil had to deal with it, and I didn't even live with him.
But it's not a current quality, is it?
No,
I'd have to deal
No.
with it that much though.
no.
I have to say, I got answers. I think one of your best qualities is that you'd probably be down for like random spontaneous fun at like weird times. Like, let's go do this like really weird fun thing right now. So you're a very fun and adventurous person. You'd probably be down to watch a lot of crazy things, including cowboy romances. I mean, there's endless good ones. A poor quality. Living with Caleb.
Is
Cowboy
watching
cowboy
watching cowboy romances. Yeah.
I would say I would be very concerned that you would cook something for me and it wouldn't be good and I wouldn't know what to tell you.
Oh,
Because I've never, like, you've talked a little bit about cooking, but you've never yet produced a dish.
okay.
So I don't know. And then
So
I'd feel
put up or shut up.
and I'd feel really bad because like if you worked really hard on it and I didn't like it, I don't know what I'd say.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to hurt you. Do you really
that's
want to
speculation, though.
me?
I think Caleb, good. He would be cooking the food, which is a good thing. And I could see us fighting over the bathroom.
Oh, I could see us fighting over the bathroom.
With like, with like ready times and
just
stuff.
one bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'll say the best thing is I know that he'll do the dishes.
Yeah, and the laundry.
Damn. Okay.
All right.
Got any hard ones?
Got a hard one for you.
Here we go. What is the grossest thing you've ever seen Sandra do?
Kiss
Do you
producer
wanna dab
Scott.
on that one? No.
Have ice?
I'm kind of gross.
I mean,
I think Sandra hides most of it from us.
yeah. I think that's a Scott question.
I think I have common courtesy for a lot of things.
What have we seen Sandra do?
I mean, I'm kind of a trash gremlin. Maybe
Well,
I ate-
is this
did I
the roast thing still?
Did I
Yeah.
eat
The
something?
grossest thing.
No, but this is the
This is
roast.
the
We're
roast.
supposed to
This is
just
a
make.
roast. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the grossest thing that you
So
have
we can make
seen?
things up because it's a
No.
roast. Or no?
I suppose you. You know what? I think
In a
that's
roast,
fair.
you can
I
make
think
things
that's
up.
fair. Yeah.
Just curious.
Two
It
truths
always
and a
has.
lie.
It always has to have a little piece of truth in it.
Okay. I think Sandra one day got a little too curious about what toenails tasted like. And so she removed her own in order to get the proper flavor profile.
Because if I'm gonna eat a toenail, I'm gonna eat my own
Your own.
toenail.
That's right.
That's maybe one of the grossest things that Sandra and I have seen someone do.
We did see-
You want to talk about bad roommate
We
qualities?
had a roommate literally put their toe in their mouth and chew the friggin' nail off once.
Oh, wow.
I once saw Sandra
Kissing Santa Claus?
fuck E.T.
Yeah. I was young and needed the money. I still can't
Did I
get
say
this.
it right? Did I say it
Yep.
like you did?
Yeah, I still can't get the pictures off the internet.
You were
All right.
young. It's okay.
I said I was young, I needed
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah, that's all right.
There's shame in it.
We all blow aliens when we're young.
The final roast.
If only it was just that.
before the final round.
Okay.
What is something that Neil's significant other's parents probably dislike about him?
No way.
I think, I've got one.
That's a great
They
question.
love
I've got
you.
one.
They
Well,
love
first
you.
of all, I'm sure they love you because you're impossible not to
That's
love.
a great question.
Like, literally try to not love Neil.
Great, thank
You can't. I promise you.
There's a
but-
lot of people who do a pretty good job.
But I will tell you,
Okay.
I bet if you really got down to it, they probably think the obsession with horror is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I would say they probably, like, when they first knew you were, like, such a horror fan, or maybe saw, like, your horror collections of stuff, they were probably, like, if they were going to be honest, they'd probably be like, this kind of could get rid of that.
A lot of that stuff most of that stuff was hiding back then.
Yeah.
When Jen and I first got together, it wasn't until I had more room.
The skin suit was
The
hiding.
skin suit, yes. Yes. Thank you. That's a good one, though. Yes, I know there's some people that don't quite understand.
Yeah. I think they
I
just
love-
dislike you so much that whenever they come over, they break your water heater. Like,
See, right there.
like they just hate you with a
Yeah.
passion.
They take a wrench and they just,
that every time they come over, they're just like, fucking water heater.
It's true.
I'm coming for you.
See, that reason that was, and it's so good because not only does Caleb telling a truth, but he remembers these little significant pieces of my life, which is good. That's a good
certain
one.
people come to town,
Yes.
certain things
My
don't function
father-in-law,
anymore.
for some reason,
Hates your, and they are not cheap.
clogs up my toilet and breaks my water heater. And the cat's pregnant. I don't know what to say about that.
How is the cat
The
pregnant?
hamster's dead.
Did you inseminate my cat?
Again?
Again?
All right. So this is the final round. I have one question for all three of you.
Okay.
Now I make the rules. So if
Okay.
you choose to not answer this, you are skipping straight to Debon.
Okay.
Oh,
We've all done. Am I the only one that's had hot sauce?
No,
you
I had this
you had
one.
one. Okay.
So
Wow.
this
Yes,
is a
so-
question that is, I don't know, 6 years coming.
Oh.
FMK,
the people here.
the people in this room.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna say F y'all and take the bomb.
Oh, I did not get enough.
You guys aren't going to answer it?
No.
Fuck you. I mean, well, no, that's not my answer.
That's,
but-
that's like what I just said. I'm taking the bomb and F you all.
All right.
Neil, you can answer. You can answer.
I'll play along.
Oh, Jesus. Touch the mic. Oh. Ooh, hot.
Is it still hot or no? Has it lost its potency?
No, it's very hot.
I'm fucking hot. But I went hard on the sauce.
It's like halfway through it. Ooh, look at it go. Burning alive. Oh my God, it's spilled.
It builds.
My
It
sinuses
really-
are
yeah.
clear.
Okay.
Wow. Well,
Oh, ow.
Should have answered that one.
Yeah, me too. I have answers now.
I
Too late now.
don't know that I can read.
Just
Anything?
mime it. Mime the names.
Wow, it really keeps growing.
But I do want to say that this episode has been brought to you by the movie See You Next Wednesday. And before producer Scott hits our theme music, I want to say thank you. Wow.
We're clumped.
Merch, www.thecultshow.com/store. Pod people of the future, thank you. In chat tonight, Vanilla Ken, Miss Movie Beth Laura, Luna Zipom, Ty, Mindy, Mark Vision Struth, Chrissy Stanhope, Skooga Mike, Army Beef. Hit the fucking music. Get out of here.
Woo! Army Beef, we went through the 357, so it's gone. But thank you. Wait! That's a good stuff.
I'm enjoying leaving you on camera while you die.
You're very kind. Y'all have a good weekend. Do you know we're coming back yet?
I'm having a hard time talking.
It's too late now. We'll call them later.
I'll post it.
Love y'all.
We'll post you. Bye.
Bye.